Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I can't believe we are already at the end of the BTS part of this series. I feel like it went by so fast. Thank you so much for all the support throughout this series. I really appreciate all of you so much. I decided to upload this video earlier than planned because Miss Lalisa is coming through with her solo later this week and I wanted to share my thoughts on it once it's out. So please look forward to that and to the Blackpink part of this series that will follow after that video. Alright, now let's get right into it. I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate Jin's vocals. Honestly, I really love Jin's singing voice, personality, and his visual. I'll admit he's a good looking guy, but can people PLS appreciate his vocals? His voice is so beautiful. Yeah, oh my god. This is just another reason why I really don't like the whole idea of the visual position and visual members in K-pop. It just takes away from their actual talents and they get praised for something they haven't really had to work hard for or train for. Imagine putting so much time, effort, and energy into developing a skill or improving at something, and despite all that work people only ever praise your physical appearance. Jin really has an amazing voice and is so much more than just a pretty face. Jin's dancing and singing has improved massively throughout his career, however I still think he needs to work on them more to be considered top tier. I still vibe with some of his songs, to be more specific ballads since his voice suits it more. Epiphany, Moon and Abyss are gold, Fight Me. It's not really controversial, but I wanted to say this since many armies hypes his dancing and singing skills as if it's top tier, when it's not. You are allowed to like his voice or singing dancing, but don't lie and say he's top tier. Someone doesn't have to be top tier for their talents to be likeable to an audience. I actually don't think ARMYs hype his dancing skills to the point of considering them to be top tier. ARMYs pretty much just talk about how much he has improved since debut when they talk about his dancing, if at all. At least based on what I have come across, that is the case. Honestly, if anything, a lot of ARMYs still roast his dancing. And his singing does get more hype than his dancing, and yes, a lot of ARMYs do overhype his vocals, mostly Jin stans of course, but yes, that is a thing. I agree, however I still don't think his dancing and vocals are getting more praise than they should be, or that most people that talk about his singing or dancing are exaggerating how good it really is. I do agree with your general opinion though, that a lot of fans, not just ARMYs but K-pop fans in general, overhype everything their faves do and attack anyone that makes a constructive criticism, comment, or expresses a disliking for a certain skill that their fave isn't maybe the best at. And you are completely right when you say you don't need to be top tier to attract an audience and to be considered very talented by a lot of people. People should stop saying Jin doesn't get enough lines, or get all excited every time he gets more lines. That used to happen before. Not now, just move on from it. He is given a good amount of lines now. I agree. I don't get why people still complain about this. It was definitely a huge problem before because Big Hit very obviously only cared about his visuals and heavily promoted him as the most handsome face or whatever and not talented vocalist. But things have changed and Jin gets a lot of lines now. I would say the distribution is pretty even, and right now, they are more in control of their music than they have ever been in their entire career. So even if Jin does have fewer lines in a song, it is more than likely that that was a decision they made and collectively agreed upon. People are always talking about his looks and I agree his looks are amazing, but people should speak about his dancing and singing as well. Exactly, everything isn't about looks. Praise people for their hard freaking work and talents, period. I feel like Jinhit will be bigger than the big three. Hell yeah, Jinhit supremacy forever. I bet if it actually becomes a thing it will literally be one of the best, if not the best company in K-pop. It would be legendary. Jin's voice is my favorite from BTS. Yup, I totally see why. Jin really is an amazing vocalist. The emotion he is able to convey as his voice is like no other vocalist in BTS. There is something unique about his voice that makes it sound so full and emotional and beautiful, and he can really sing ballads very well. His vocals have come a long way since debut and it really shows. I love Jin, he's so amazing. Epiphany supremacy. Yes, OMG, Epiphany is such a masterpiece. One of the best BTS vocalist solos, period. He can literally be the main vocalist along with Jungkook. My boy can sing. Say it louder for the people in the back. My man can sing, period. I don't think this is unpopular, but I think he should get lead vocalist. Completely agree. I think he totally deserves the lead vocalist position. I think Jin is the most funniest in BTS. Like, everything he does is iconic and funny. He also has a very kind heart. I 100% agree. Jin is a comedy god. Literally anything that comes out of his mouth is comedy gold. I know his dad jokes annoy the shit out of some of the members LMAO, but I can't get enough of them. And I also can't get enough of his windshield wiper laugh. His laughter is my medicine, my serotonin boost. Jin literally has the ability to make me smile when I feel like complete dog shit and I'm stressed out and having a terrible day. And yes, he does have an incredibly kind heart. He is super caring, mature, and wise. And the others, being younger than him, have each learned a lot from him. And that is really just so admirable. Yoongi literally said Jin taught him happiness. If that doesn't tell you what kind of a man Jin is, I don't know what does. Jin is talented as fuck. I know this is popular inside the fandom, but normal K-popies think that BTS could be better without Jin. Ever heard Epiphany, Moon, Crystal Snow? He ruled those songs. If you are one of those people that say X should leave this group or X group would be better off without this person, then please get the hell off my channel. I'm sorry, but I really cannot stand people that say that. The audacity. I also blame the stupid ass visual position and the way Big Hit pushed Jin as nothing but a handsome face in their earlier days. That is what made people see him as nothing more than his looks. Jin is incredibly talented, and makes BTS what it is as much as all the other members. 7-1 is 0. Without Jin there's no BTS. That's on period. Jin truly is the best vocalist. Not to bash Jungkook and Jimin, because obviously their voices are gold, and they're such an amazing main and lead vocalist. But I just prefer Jin's voice the best. Like, his honey deep ass voice will literally be the death of me. Honey is the perfect word to describe his vocals. Oh my god. His vocals are as sweet, viscous and as thick as honey. Yeah, I know that sounds like it literally makes zero sense. But I swear in my brain it does. LMAO. For real, his voice is like honey in vocal form. Not really an opinion. Just something I only know, just thought about. I wonder if sometimes Jin gets jealous of people referring to Taehyung as the most handsome member rather than him. He's the visual and jokingly, or maybe not so jokingly, LMAO, calls himself worldwide handsome, which is technically not really true. Don't get me wrong, Jin is the visual for a reason, but TC Chandler's most handsome face is an international worldwide thing, as there are people from all over the world being added onto the list and voting for people. So the fact that Taehyung has won twice, low-key makes him worldwide handsome rather than Jin. I wonder if he ever gets jealous, or if this is just something they joke about good-naturedly. I'm not trying to act like there is beef, since OT7 are close like brothers, but even best friends can get jealous at times. This is a really interesting point. You're totally right. Best friends can definitely get jealous of each other at times. It is normal, and not gonna lie, I have even experienced it myself. But if you ask me about Jin, honestly, he really does not strike me as the kind of person that would get jealous over someone being considered more universally attractive than him. Like, I just don't see that, based on what we've seen of his personality and the kind of person he seems to be. The worldwide handsome thing is his iconic line, and at this point that is basically what he is known as. But yes, it is true that while he is a near perfect fit for Korean beauty standards, internationally, his features may not be as popular or considered conventionally attractive in most countries like Taehyung's. I am sure Jin is well aware of this fact, and he really hasn't shown an ounce of jealousy or bitterness or anything like that towards Tae at all, on camera at least. I really don't think he gets jealous, but I do think sometimes it may have hurt him, and maybe even initially been a blow to his self-esteem. Because for the longest time, Jin was only recognized for his looks and basically explicitly considered talentless by many armies. That has changed a lot in the last few years, but he is still not nearly as appreciated for his talents as he should be. And people still say things like BTS would be better without him. He doesn't add much to the group. His visuals are the only thing he has going for him, etc. So when the one thing that you are known for and people recognize you for, the one thing that basically kept you afloat in the group for a long time, is taken away by another member, that very understandably can hurt. But then again, I feel like Jin is very mature, and even if this got to him, he would have moved on from it very quickly, and just been happy for Tae, giving zero fucks. He is the most handsome one in BTS and second in SK after Yoonwoo, IDKY, but many say that V is the most handsome, and even though I can see that, but I just think that Jin deserves the visual position more. I mean, at this point you all know how I feel about the visual position, lol, but yes, I guess if we are going by Korean beauty standards then Jin does fit them more than Tae. Also, I know that a ton of people made the point that people only appreciate him for his looks and not his talents, which yes, that needs to stop, and they should appreciate him for everything, especially his talents and the skills he has worked hard to develop. But girl, did you see the thumbnail of this video? Like, just look at him. Worldwide handsome gets annoying at one point. I disagree because I personally don't find it annoying. I think it's iconic and I love it every time he introduces himself as worldwide handsome and blows a flying kiss, lol, but I can kind of see where you're coming from. I guess worldwide handsome when it comes to Jin is like I'm your hope, you're my hope with J-Hope. It's repetitive and can seem over the top, so I get it, but I disagree, lol. Alright guys, that's all for this video, and that's all for the BTS part of this series. I can't believe we're already done with it. Thank you so much to everyone that submitted opinions. I really enjoyed reading them and appreciate you all for making this series possible. If you wanted to submit your opinions and didn't get a chance, don't worry, I'll be putting out plenty of forms in the future. Look out for them in pinned comments of my videos and in the description box, at least until I get a community tab. Then I'll put all the forms on there. Hopefully that happens soon, hahaha. But for now, look forward to the Blackpink part of this series. It'll be up right after the Lisa solo review. Subscribe if you haven't already, leave your thoughts below, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.